Zoom, zoom, like a race car flight, but it ain't a car, it's a super fast tortoise going the speed of light, breaking all the
Even in space, a group of tortoises is called a creep. Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise. You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Hey!
What's going on?
Going on? Long time no see. We got it. Drug Games.
What's up, everybody?
What's up? Ooh, man. It is a random live today. We're going to have fun. We're going to chat and chill. We're going to be awesome. Hopefully talk about a lot about Magic or whatever. We can talk about whatever. It's a chat and chill day. But hey, if you're in chat, say hello. If you're a friend of the channel and you want to join, let me know in Discord. Well, yeah. But right now, oh, I forgot to turn on my phone. Bad on me. I have my notifications on off stream, but there we go. So, how's it going? How are you?
Good to be back. Doing all right. It's been a while.
Well, yeah, it has. Over 6 months.
It's been like 7 or 8.
But yeah, I'm excited to see you, and people are probably excited. What's up, Lone Wolf? Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf, good to see you again.
Yeah. Hope you're having a good day, Lone Wolf. Hope your magic has come back. Hillbilly's been playing the early access all day, off and on. Like he'll stop, take a break, go back to it.
Oh, is that where he's doing what he's doing right now?
Yeah, because usually he'll hop on these random streams, but today
I hope he hops on. It'd be great to see him.
It would be if he decides to quit before, he likes to play all the way to like 2 a.m.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because he got from 12 p.m. today till 12 p.m. tomorrow to play early access.
Okay. Yeah. See, I don't have the early access, but what I I'm on my account for MTG Arena, and I've been playing on and off. I've just been there was a point where I was racking up coins because I haven't put any money into it yet to for the gems, but just saving up coins by winning games. As of recently, or as of ever since last year, I mean, I've been winning more games than I lose. But I'm also jamming single games right now just to rack up those coins, and pretty much save up the coins for the to pay for the when the pre-releases come out.
Hell yeah!
After pre-release weekend, it's that Tuesday. After that weekend, it's that Tuesday that MTG Arena releases the premiere drafts for each new set.
Nice. And sending up the gems sure helps.
Yeah. So if you do pay for the gems, that or just win gems by winning games in limited or constructed, they offer you gems and other prizes too.
Well, that's cool.
So how's everyone? How you been though? How's everything going for you?
Oh, so really quick, I want to shout out Shemanucci. Hey, what's up? We love that you're here. So man. So, since you last saw me,
yeah,
I moved into a new office. My setup's against the wall. Yeah,
that's really cool.
The cabinet's back here. Whole setup's here. Like last time we were talking, I had a laptop that quickly became outdated as soon as Windows 11 came out. So now I'm on a gaming PC. Got this fancy rig. Like you can't see right here, but I got this microphone right here, so I'm like set up. I got a TV monitor here, so if I want to play video games, I can play video games and stream it and see everything bigger on the screen. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
Oh, Ace Knight 1-1. Holy crap, you look exactly like my father. No joke. Hey, when you look this good, what can I say? Thank you. But yeah, but right now, streaming will be getting a little rocky in the next couple months because we're going to be moving to a new place.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where my where my streaming setup's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be in my room. I think the place we're moving to is not gonna have an additional room. It's a bigger
Okay.
place, same amount of rooms, but we got more people living in the house when we move. So that's gonna change. Yeah.
So are you staying like in the area that you're in?
Yeah, so we live in a trailer park, and we're going to move into a bigger house in the trailer park.
Oh,
We live
nice.
in
Congrats.
yeah, we live in a 3-bedroom house now, and we're moving to a double wide 3-bedroom house. So
Okay.
I might be streaming out in the living room somewhere or in the bedroom. So because like what's happening is we got my son's girlfriend moving with us, and her daughter and her sister who has like some mental issues. She's gonna be moving in too, taking up that 3rd room.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be but what we're doing is we're combining families together. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy because like in this economy, you kind of got to share a house and the bills and able to afford to live.
It's terrible. I mean, everything just inflation this, inflation that, everything going up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really just I don't know. It's overwhelming. It's overbearing.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot. Even the job economy. We don't have to get into it, but the job economy is really tough too, just all around. Like I know a couple businesses that are shrinking. Hey, Michael Superbacker. Hey, yeah, inflation's out of control. Hell yeah.
Yes, I agree with that. So it is out of control. So, but yeah, in regards to Arena, yeah, I've been playing a little bit here and there. I took a break from it, for on and off. My last competition, it was before the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I did well that competition, but it was like one before that is what I was telling you earlier. I placed out of 12 people, I placed in the top 4.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, thank you. And it was it felt good, my first top 4. I don't really take in consideration whether it's a little bit of people, a lot of people, because out of almost 30 people last year at this other tournament, Modern 2K for MTG, I placed 10th, 2 above top 8. So I mean, I was really happy with that because that was like a really big stepping stone. That was a year ago, January.
Nice.
That I did the Modern 2K in a well, it's not so local to me. The gaming store is like an hour away where I went for me in New Jersey. But it was it's been really, competing last year was great and prepping the way I did. I'm just trying to further it eventually again.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I have these periods where like I'll pick up with it, then kind of fall back a little bit. And that's mainly due to, well, unfortunately, finances. But as the viewer said before, inflation out of control. I mean, even in MTG, things are going up. I don't know. I don't know if you saw that recent deck. It plays Badger Mole Cub. That card was running for $90 a copy.
Oof.
$90. Now, don't get me wrong. Cards, great. I wouldn't say it's broken to the point where it needs to be banned, but it is so good when it comes onto the field, animates a land. If the land dies, it just animates again, tapped, and then just like it's like that's insane.
That is insane.
But see, standard meta right now is not the way that it used to be. I mean, some of the top tier 1 decks you'd pay a couple or a few $100s for, but now a standard meta tier 1, you're looking at, for some of the top decks, anywhere from $700 to $900.
Oh yeah.
That's modern right there. Those are modern prices. So
that's crazy.
I actually, during the holiday season, I was shopping for some cards online, and I had shopped. I found this deck on MTG Goldfish, and I went under budget decks. And I found something called Mono Blue Towns for like $20. So what I did was I decided to kind of spice it up a little bit by buying and adding stuff that was more expensive than just the $20 deck itself, and adding in other stuff to make it like, I don't know, it was anywhere from like $80 to $100 budget deck. which is not terrible. I mean, what's in the deck that's worth $20 is not bad at all. It runs around a card called, if you're familiar with Summon Leviathan.
No.
Yeah, so basically, that card bounces all. I think it's serpents, all creatures that are not like serpents, merfolks, octopus, like all those creatures. Bounces all those types of creatures, and it's an enchantment. It's an enchantment creature with ward for 2.
Ooh.
So the deck runs 4. What's funny was when I bought the card from the one trading card store I told you about, that's an hour away from me. I ordered 4 copies from it. They only gave me 3, and then they gave me a different card with that. And I'm like, wait, I didn't order this. I'm like, what's going on here? So I was like, you know what? They probably had 3 copies in stock and had to give me something else in replacement of the 4th copy. Yeah. So, but I actually, believe it or not, I have the deck right here to show you guys in this deck box. So in here is Mono Blue Towns, and it is it just basically the deck runs also with Pew Pew UFO, which is an artifact creature, and you use your town lands to pump that card up and to do other things. But I switched the deck around to make it my own. So there's like other cards that are in that deck that I didn't feel the need to use because I felt they were too weak. So there's this one counterspell that was in there. I forget the name of it.
Yeah.
But I decided to put in the counterspell 3 steps ahead to copy Summon Leviathan and make a token of that just to spice it up, add some leverage to the field.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so like for all you guys out there, like if you are like on a budget and you are looking for a deck to play and you really don't want to spend that much money, go online and look up the budget decks, because you know what? Sometimes a cheaper deck doesn't mean you're not going to win. Sometimes a cheaper deck just means that you're trying to save money, but you're still trying to have fun at the same time.
Trying to compete.
Yeah, like I've used a mono black deck and I've placed very well with mono black discard. No problem.
Sounds like those would be some interesting videos to watch on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, so I just I find that, you know what, because like, you know, times are tough, you know, just hey, $20 is $20. You know what? I would take $20 and I would instantly spend it on a budget deck, no problem. If I think that the deck is fun and I think that there's a purpose and that I could, you know, now mono blue, because that's what it is, Mono Blue Towns, is not my favorite color, but I do have a fascination with blue because of, you know, hand advantage. I'm also running Storm Chaser's Talent, and if you guys are not familiar with that, starts out, it's another it's an enchantment. I believe it might be a saga, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's, I think, an enchantment class. So long story short, it's let's see, I'm trying to no, it's not under this list, but basically it starts out by giving you an otter token with prowess. So, and then its second ability, you can return, I think it's an instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Then its third ability is you, whenever you cast, I think it's some kind of like an instant or sorcery, you just keep creating otter tokens.
That's cool.
Yeah, so Storm Chaser's Talent, I decided to add into this because it spices up basically what I'm doing, and I really, because I feel like the deck was a little slow or clunky, you know, although you're ramping up to Summon Leviathan, Storm Chaser's Talent gives you that turn 1 leverage that you need, and you still have enough non-creature spells to activate the prowess.
Right.
It's not like this crazy aggro based deck where, you know, you're kind of just like, you know, not getting prowess effect. You're just, you know, but I think it's fun. You know, I mean, I still have my Esper deck that's not really within the standard meta. I haven't really updated because, like I said, you know, standard meta right now it's pretty up there. It's expensive.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, holy cow! Well, see, since Commander's a thing, and when a card's both good in Commander, Standard, and well, it's even just add Modern, it spikes up the card a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, so but even with modern, like because they have the RCQ seasons, regional championship qualifier seasons are now they already had their first standard tournament. Normally they do two, I believe it's two tournaments per season,
Mm-hmm.
and because unfortunately Pioneer is not being played, which I can't understand why. I am a fan of Pioneer. I grew to like it. But that is not a thing right now. And who knows how long that's going to be until they actually even decide that they're gonna, do anything with Pioneer or if ever again. So it's gonna probably be standard, then modern, then standard again. I think that's how they're doing it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
And then, for all you guys that are Commander players, I know, Commander, I could see Commander one day, I believe, should be like a competitive thing. So,
well, there is competitiveness with
yes.
CEDH, but like, there's no official tournament for it. The last time they did a tournament for it to try it out, the game lasted like 12 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like legitimate. So they're like, we can't do tournaments that long. That was just like a 4-person pod, I think.
Yeah, that's a while. I mean, because I'm not a Commander player, but I have played Commander, and I have seen it played in pods, and I'll tell you that there is that competitive side to it as well. And I mean, I'm very competitive in the game, so I think that unfortunately, you only have a 50-minute time clock per round.
Right.
Yeah, so I guess that makes sense that you can't go 12 hours. You'd be there for like till tomorrow.
Yeah, as someone who plays Commander a lot, the average game goes on between an hour and 2 hours.
Yeah.
So and like I can see CEDH being 1v1. But like I don't know how long the games will go still. So it depends on how good the deck is in CEDH, because CEDH is like super powerful. And some decks are aggro, some decks are control, and some decks are mediocre in the middle. And as long as they can balance out the control, it could be a fast game or the slowest game you ever played.
Yeah. So I mean, the last Commander deck that I built was an Eldrazi one,
Right.
and because I was newer to the format, I know that I wasn't on my A game, and it's very typical because you have to expect when you're entering a new format, don't plan on doing well in the beginning.
Right.
Like that takes time. You have to really understand the mechanics of the format, the decks, the sideboarding, everything. Like you really have to just understand and know the format.
Well, there's no sideboard in Commander. But
I was going to say it's what 99, 100 cards.
99 cards plus your Commander.
Plus your Commander.
No sideboard. Like wish spells don't work in Commander because outside the game references your sideboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've seen some Commander decks floating around on because I have like Facebook pages with MTG that I've liked, and I see like people posting like all these like crazy like good cards, like these good whether it's Commander or another format, all these good cards that could be used as commanders, and I'm like, wow, I was like, these cards are insanely powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good thing. Like not every creature is legendary, because some creatures that are not legendary will stop games. Like there's a card that literally, and I think this card is legitimately legendary, but like there's a blue-white combo that when it's out in the battlefield, it counters all your opponent's spells.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, it's insanity. Because like every time a player plays a spell, you put a counter on it, and it counters the spell.
Yeah.
But if you have a card like Solemnity on it, it says counters can't go on creatures, it just counters all their spells.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. So it's pretty nasty what players can do. And that's why they created the packet system.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, for as good as I am in the game, I mean, when it comes to Commander, I know I've been crushed. It's like I've done okay, but I've also been like crushed, and that's okay, because you know what, you're gonna get your games where you're gonna do good. You're gonna get your games where you're not doing so well.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to learn to get good and learn to get better for sure. Like that's the part of the process. Some people think the instant gratification is to win in a game of Commander, but there's no instant gratification if you're new. Like people will play differently around you because you're new, but You know, you still got to learn. You got to still learn the deck, the way the deck works.
Yep.
That's crazy. Like we've lately on the morning show, we've done a whole series on game theory and deck building for Commander, and there's a whole process like completely different to standard or modern. There's a whole process to deck building in Commander because it's a singleton format that you have to take care of and take notion of and memorize basically because the Commander decks play differently, and that's what makes the game fun. I mean, everything we've taught, Wizard of the Coast has been trying to nullify with making all these repeat cards. Because, like, you know, on standard, you get 4 of each card. Well, now with all the new different kinds of cards out there, you got like 2 or 3 cards that do the same exact thing with just the different names. So they're kind of solidifying the 1 ofs or 2 ofs in the game. That's crazy. Because consistency and efficiency and synergy wins Commander games like crazy.
Yeah. So, but I noticed, and I love the hat that you're wearing.
Thank you.
So, with that being said, for all you guys tuning in, what do you guys think? And you know, like I said, comment down below. What do you guys think about the new set coming out? And again, guys, I grew up watching the original movies of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And unfortunately, I will not be doing this pre-release coming up in store because I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the Universes Beyond. I'll be honest, but I think that it is cool that they decided to do out of all the Universes Beyond Ninja Turtles. So what do you guys think?
So I'm going to the pre-release this weekend, and Michael Superbacker says it's the friends we make along the way. Hell yeah. Michael Superbacker, you're a really good friend. You've been around for a long time. Checking it out. Checking it out. But anyways, so like I know there's a lot of division in the Universes Beyond world. People liking it, people not liking it, people calling some stuff AI slop and stuff like that. But I'm excited for the set, and I think it looks fun.
I think that there are good cards in this set. I haven't read through everything. I've only read through a very little, but I mean, I've met one person recently who, because of, you know, the Universes Beyond, you know, sets being, you know, coming out, that, you know, he decided to actually quit MTG. You know, I'm like, well,
that's sad. That's sad he quit MTG just because of that. Really quick, Michael Superbacker says, I think it must be your Super Fast. That's funny. Yeah, that's right. Really hope you enjoy Tortoise. I really do too. So I'm excited for the set. Universes Beyond, I used to be very split on, but it just feels like it's going to be the norm to have Universes Beyond and Magic sets. And even this year, like other than a turtle set, my most exciting sets of the year have been in universe sets.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be like, unless you're like a hardcore standard player or a hardcore arena player, you know, I think you can skip out on the sets you don't like and just pick up singles where you want to. You know, you don't have to buy the box. Yeah,
that's exactly what I would do. And that's probably what I'm going to do is buy some cheap singles. I mean, I've seen so far in the spoilers some good, you know, uncommons. And even some of the rares. I mean, I don't know, like value-wise, I'm not sure about the set, but what I could tell you is like some of the Shredder creatures are really, really good.
Oh yeah, the Shredder. Some of the Shredder creatures are nuts, and also, like I'm most excited for. Sadly, it's not a turtle card, but the card I want to pull, especially at pre-release, because that's a good win chance, is Krang, Ultram Warrior. He's a 9-mana 9/9 with haste, trample, and indestructible, I believe.
Wow.
Right? And it's Krang. I'm excited for him.
And then there's that, I'm blanking out on the name, but there's that shark creature. When it enters the battlefield, you destroy up to 3 target creatures. That's going to be a good, and it's not even, I'm trying to think. I don't think maybe it's a legendary or maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't think it's a legendary, but I could be mistaken. All I know is it destroys up to 3 target creatures, and it's just, that's a reanimation card for sure.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to redefine. There we go. I want to know. I don't think it's legendary, but I could be wrong. No, it's legendary.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It's called the Armagon Future Shark.
Yes, Future Shark.
Meta. Yeah, 9/6 flash. Yeah, legendary creature, shark, horror, mutant.
Yeah, so that's going to be a good reanimation card because that's going to add a lot of leverage to the field. Up to 3 target creatures. That's something.
Yeah, it's half a board wipe on a creature. Holy cow! I can do this. See? So if there's a card you want to talk about, it's there.
Yep, smack in the middle.
Smack in the middle. Armagon Future Shark. Yeah, it's gonna be one hell of a reanimator target. I don't know how well reanimator is in Commander or non-Commander in Standard, but like there's gonna be some reanimation in Standard to make it good. I mean, paying 5 mana for a 9/6 that destroys up to 3 creatures on Enter the Battlefield. Like, I'm surprised it didn't say when you cast this creature, because that's a whole different thing.
Yeah. So in the Standard meta, tier 1, I believe it's tier 1, Sultai Reanimator. It would probably be a Sultai Reanimator card.
That's crazy. Right. So, yeah.
And I mean, if we're sticking like strictly to the meta of Standard, I can see that in Sultai Reanimator. Because when I first saw that card, I was just the first word that popped to mind was reanimator, reanimation. Yeah. So because for its casting cost is kind of high.
Oh, sorry. All right, hold on, I'm missing something. KP. Person skipping this pre-release. It's on my birthday, so I got friends doing an 8-player draft. Everyone getting two Ravnica mat. Oh, nice. And then I have 8 main Ravnica set packs each. That is pretty awesome. Ravnica is one of my favorite blocks of all time.
Awesome. Happy early birthday.
So, yeah. Well, happy birthday, too. Enjoy. So,
you can't, there's nothing that you could do better on your birthday than just sit there and crack open packs of MTG. Mm-hmm. Like, that's legendary. That's iconic.
Right. It is iconic. We got Super Shredder, which is ridiculously priced right now.
That might be one of the shredders I was thinking of.
Yeah, like he costs a generic and a black for a 1/1 with Menace. Whenever another permanent leaves the battlefield, put a +1 counter on Super Shredder. And there's like blink decks and things that people are planning on abusing this little creature with. I think I want a Super Shredder for the Commander deck coming out.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind owning a copy of that, maybe on Arena. We'll see what it's priced at. I mean, because I feel like I said, like I was saying earlier, I wasn't sure about value, but I feel like some of these cards are going to have some kind of value to them, especially some of these Shredder creatures.
Right. Let's see. Everybody uses TCGplayer.com. Super Shredder. Right now, he's ranging between for his regular card like $27 to $30 for Super Shredder. Really, and don't take that price to heart. This is pre-release pricing. It could go down. Right.
Yes. Because sometimes, like, you have a card that comes out, the price is way up there. The market, tends to has to stabilize at one point. It's like 3 weeks later or something like that, and then sometimes the card goes down, sometimes it goes up. I bought during what was it, Avatar, The Last Airbender. I bought so for all you guys out there that are familiar with Wan Shi-Tong Librarian. That card was I bought in store for $40.
Nice.
Then it spiked up to $70. Now it's sitting around like 30 something. So it did go down. But I thought the card was insane. I mean, it's flash, flying, vigilance. You get +1/+1 counters on it. You draw cards. That creature, it's just like it does almost everything that blue should.
Yeah. Blue should do good stuff. I mean, they kind of watered down the counter spell power but since then, but it's still pretty good. 3 mana is a basic counter spell price instead of 2. But one card that's got me excited in this set is Leonardo's Technique. It costs 3 generic and a white for sorcery. It says return 1 or 2 target creature cards with each mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And it has Sneak for a generic and a white.
Nice.
Yeah. It ain't going to reanimate the shark, but I have a deck specifically for this. Like a commander deck, where a lot of my creatures are 1/1 snakes with death touch.
Oh, that'd be great.
Right. But yeah, but it's going to also hit other good targets like Super Shredder. It's going to hit Super Shredder from a graveyard if you need it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you know much about the set on general. I don't know what cards you are liking, because I could point out commander cards I think will be good. But I'm not gonna ask you every time I see a card, is that good in standard? Is that good in commander? I know you don't know everything, but it's pretty fun to look at the cards. I mean, this card's gonna be played a lot. Prehistoric Pet, and of course it has like some cutesy dino on it instead of like some fearsome picture. Only because it's a 1 mana 1/2. It can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. You know, sneak the stuff. You can pay generic and white to return another target creature you control to its owner's hand. Activate only during your turn.
Oh, so that the picture on that card, it looks like those little metal robot things that bite you when you know in the Ninja Turtle games.
Yeah.
That's I think what that is. And in regards to the sneak ability, sneak I feel is really good.
Oh yeah, it's not as powerful as ninjutsu, because ninjutsu can't be countered by a regular counter spell. You have to counter it with a spell that counters target activated ability and stuff.
Yeah,
but
ninjutsu is just insane.
Mm-hmm. But sneak is a cast effect that changes the speed. Like, so when you cast a sneak effect, it can be countered if someone has the ability.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the difference between it. But like one sneak card that's kind of interesting, I think we'll see more play, is Turncoat Kanuchi. I think that's how you say it. If you're wrong. Costs 2 generic and a white for a 3/2. And when it enters the battlefield, choose a creature an opponent controls, exile that creature until this creature leaves the battlefield. So it's like an O-ring on a creature. But if you pay 4 mana, 2 generic and black and white for a sneak ability, you just straight up exile a creature.
Yeah, so that card right there, that's your typical enchantment ability where you exile a creature till this card leaves the battlefield. Really good ability. But we're talking in regards to a creature alone.
Right. But yeah, it's gonna see effect in this. It's one of the few times on the ability sneak you're going to see the sneak cost more than the mana cost of the creature. But it's a creature with an O-ring effect, but if you pay the sneak cost, it just straight up exiles so they don't return it. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now here's a card called Krang Mastermind that people are thinking are just going to break the formats, like modern format. People are trying to break it. And I don't know if they've broken it. I'm pretty sure people have tried. Costs 6, 7, 8 mana, but has affinity for artifacts, meaning it costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control, which in certain formats can be a ridiculous amount of artifacts that cost 0 mana, and your lands.
Yeah.
When Krang enters the battlefield, if you have fewer cards than 4 cards in your hand, draw cards equal to the difference. And Krang gets +1, +0 for each artifact you control.
Yeah, that card could be a little bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
For artifact decks, that's definitely I would say that's pretty legit.
Mm-hmm. Now, one card I'm excited for is Splinter's Technique. Costs 4 mana as a tutor. Search your library for a card, put it on the battlefield, or put it in your hand to shuffle. And so it goes from a diabolic tutor up basically. It turns into a demonic tutor if you sneak it into play or sneak it into ability.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So one thing I think people are getting ahead of when they're looking at these cards is when you sneak, you do have to return a creature card to your hand, like an unblocked creature. So you are one. You're 2 for winning yourself or whatnot, because you still have to return a creature to your hand.
Yeah.
can't sneak it for free with no creatures. But I don't know. But yeah, you're talking about something common and uncommon. If you see a common or uncommon that caught your attention, let me know. As we're just scrolling through the set, because we were just talking about that.
That uncommon right there in the middle, that the swamp one.
This one? Tortoise technique?
Yep.
Nice. 2 generic and a black. Sorcery. Sneak for 1. Destroy target creature or enchantment. Oh, that's good.
That is really good. I was looking at that before earlier today,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to say that, you know what, whether it's a main board or or even a sideboardable card, I think that it's a very good card.
Yeah. And Commander players are going to play it because destroying enchantments of black is a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, that is true. Normally, that's I believe white is fairly dominant in destroying artifacts and or enchantments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. Did I spell that right? No. Yeah, it's already a $3 card on a TCG player. That's how crazy it is. Hey, Lulu. You got to sign in the message. What's up? They must have done something with chat. Tabal, hey guys, just swinging in by, say hi, give a like. Thank you.
What's going on, everybody?
They asked the Lulu if she real, just laugh at them and sign it. That's right. And yeah, Tricky T finally getting YouTube, finally getting them kids. That's right. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's that Tortoise technique is it's popping in play. I hope I pull one in my pre-release pack.
So I know that I'm going to be at the at my local store that's 15 minutes away that I go to as a customer, and I'm going to probably, because they have a tablet you put in a pick list, and I think I'm gonna update my card inventory with some copies of this card.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
for sure. Some of the pictures on these cards are crazy. Like that feather brain filter. Look at its face. They're making fun of us.
Yeah.
Oh, this is pretty good. Donatello's technique costs 3 mana. For sorcery, it's a divination, which is okay. It's good and limited. But sneak for 1 blue. So 1 blue to draw 2 cards seems pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So blue-black Dimir might be a powerful coloring pair in the game.
Yeah, they posted, I think it was Star City Games posted that breakdown of like different deck ideas for limited.
Mm-hmm.
One deck idea that I recall looking at the most was I don't know if it was white-black Sneak.
Mm-hmm.
They call it for limited.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other deck ideas that you could play if we're talking like pre-release or drafting. These are deck ideas that were put out there for to play. And unfortunately, when it comes to drafting, you're not gonna pull every single card, in my opinion, that of a certain that fits within a certain deck type.
Mm-hmm. That definitely can happen. It can be wildly varying, especially when people are picking cards in the colors you're trying to go in.
Yeah, it depends on color. It depends. Like drafting for me is still my limited is still my toughest format,
Mm-hmm.
Because of color combinations. How many cards I'm playing. Sometimes I do go, and you're really not supposed to, but sometimes I go over 40 cards. But I've also played people who've also gone over 40 cards too.
Oh, when I go to limited, I usually draft a little. I usually put together like 42 card decks, just in general.
Yeah, I try to stick at the most 40, 45 if I can. I don't like playing too much over, but I really want to try to, and that's my problem. I want to try to squeeze in every little bit that counts.
Oh yeah, especially that removal.
Yes. The removal is, but it's more so like, as you know, creature based. I'm more worried about like what creatures I'm playing than the removal that I get.
Right.
I'm always concerned about the creatures that I'm playing.
For sure. Well, what do you think about spicy oatmeal pizza? It costs 2 generic and a red. It's an artifact food. It enters the battlefield doing 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to you. They had a spell like this back in the day called Charm. I'm just surprised they just didn't reprint the card, but it doesn't create a food. But it makes a food, but you to pay 2 sacrifice it to gain 3 life to get that 3 life back. That seems very powerful for a removal spell in red.
I'm surprised that it deals damage to you after dealing 4. You said to any target.
You're right. Yeah, but like I said, they had a card back in the day called Char. I believe it's called Char, and it costs 3 mana, deals 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to you. And
Wow.
But this one gives you the ability to gain that 3 life back if you got mana to sink.
Through a food token.
Yep. Well, it itself is a food token. It's an artifact food. The spicy oatmeal pizza. Yeah.
You know what? It's not terrible. I mean,
It's tough.
well, there was a saying, because like I'd rather lose X amount of life rather than a creature taken from me.
Mhm.
But at the same time, it depends on what you're playing. I mean, if we're going up against like a burn deck, you got to really be mindful of what you're doing in regards to playing against something, that burns you. Like, I would not want to play that card necessarily,
Mhm.
against the burn deck, just because, I mean, even though you gain your life back, it could work against you.
Right. That's for sure. It could definitely work against you.
Yeah, no, so whether it's mono red or if it's Boros
Mhm.
aggro, you have to be very mindful about your life total when playing against, those types of decks, because mono red just, I still like, I still think that, anything with red, I mean, because you have, besides, what got banned, just recently in last year, you have, some of your other red creature cards that are just with warp
Mhm.
that are insane.
Oh yeah, warp is a thing. I forgot about that, but you're right.
Yeah, so like, that's what I'm saying. Like, players have to be mindful. I mean, unless you're building, a deck that, around life gain or something, then I wouldn't really worry about it. But, it's, I think it's a cool card though. I definitely think that card is cool. Deal 4 damage to any target. You take
Yeah.
3 and then can gain 3 back is not terrible, because it's pretty much like you're just pretty much pinging something for 4.
Right. So in effect, you're paying 5 mana to deal 4 damage to a target. I think you'll see play as like a 1 of removal in limited.
Yeah.
Because 4 damage to any target, to the face or to a creature, seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go down. Down. I got a song in my head. I'm trying to see. I don't know if there's any crazy cards. I don't know. Like it looks like fun cards. I like this card, Shredder's Revenge. That's probably one of the cards you were talking about earlier. I like it. I wish it said choose one or both, because that'd be busted. Cost 2 generic or black. Choose one. Target player discards 2 cards, or target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. It's stapling 2 cards into one for the same amount of cost as the one.
Yeah, that's going to fit very well in probably something with discard, of course. Mono black or Orzhov, because that is that a common? It looks like a common card.
Yeah, it's a common.
Yeah, you know what? I think Wizards, they've been printing a lot of common cards that have, like, that have to do, with swamps, and just make your opponent or player or opponent discard, 2 cards. But that is value though. And you said it's 1 generic, one black.
No, 2 generic, 1 black.
Also,
It's a carry on, and
Yeah.
a read the bones stapled on the same card.
Yeah, so for three, for a casting cost of 3, that's not bad at all.
Right. Right now on this line, I think there's a lot of good limited cards. Like I'd play in limited, but possibly not in Commander. Like they got Ragamuffin Raptor, which is a funny name. Costs 5 mana for 4/3. When it enters the battlefield, return target creature or food card from a graveyard to your hand.
Yeah,
That's not bad, and that's not bad for limited. Like having a 4/3 body on the battlefield that recurs a card to your hand. But I wouldn't play that. I wouldn't play that competitively though.
no, I don't think so either. I mean, competitively, again, I'll have to look through the spoiler, but you know, for standard, some of the shredder creatures. I know there's one shredder creature that costs like it's 4 and 2 black.
That's in the Commander deck, I think. The one that duplicates himself when he attacks.
Oh, that one? No, that one's insane. That
Yeah.
one is actually my favorite one.
That one's in the Commander deck.
Yeah, I think there's going to be value with that card because that card, because what is it when you duplicate it? It's like it that card, and I'm trying to think. I know there's another ability to it, but it's it could deal like a lot of damage between
Sorry, you're talking about the cloning of Shredder is one of the cards.
that.
Jack, 4 generic 2 black. Exile target creature card from graveyard, create a token that's a copy of it. Except it isn't a legendary creature, it is a mutant in addition to its other types.
That could be one of them.
Yeah, because I'm looking for Shredder cards that cost that the same amount.
It may cost 3 and 2 black to swamp. It's a 5/5. I remember it being a 5/5.
All right. I'm trying to see.
I mean, knowing how broken it sounded, it's probably a mythic legendary.
We already passed the mythics and legendaries. Yeah. See, we go up here. Got Super Shredder, the Cloning Shredder, Armagon Shark. You got Madame, Ninja Teen, Rat King. We got here. This one's a 4/4 for 5. Savanti Romeo times Exile.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the card. Shark Shredder, Killer Clone, 2 generic, 2 black for 4/4. Soulwind Avatar, Splinter's Technique, Splinter, Hamato Yoshi. Here's a 6/4 Shredder for 5 mana. Whenever Shredder enters or attacks, another target creature you control gains death touch until in turn. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's that because I know I saw one that's a 5/5 that creates that extra token. But then again, maybe it was the card that you pointed out up top.
The one I was talking about wouldn't be good in standard. It basically has Myriad, where when it attacks, it clones itself, attacking other players.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's the multicolored stuff. See if there's a Shredder card here. But the one in the deck that I was telling you does cost 5 mana, like you mentioned. Remember, let's color this. Scroll down. There's the 5 mana better 5/5.
That's it.
Yeah, so that's in the Commander deck, not in the set.
Okay.
All right. Whenever Shredder attacks a player, for each other opponent, create a token that's a copy of Shredder. So this is good for Commander, or if you're playing multiple players at a table. And those tokens come play tapped and attacking that player, except it isn't legendary. Sacrifice the tokens at the end of combat. When Shredder deals combat damage to a player, that player loses half their life.
That's insane.
It's still good. Yeah, that's still good. Like you don't need the Myriad for that to be good.
Yeah, so for all you Commander players out there, make sure you grab a copy of that because to me, I look, that's value.
That is value. That's really good. Like I'm surprised that's in the deck. That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, because when I read that, I almost like fell off my chair.
That's pretty insane. But yeah, like they even got a get board wide game over. 3 generic, 2 black. Costs 2 less to cast if your life total is less than half or equal to the starting life total. If a player's life total is less than half, I still got 11. The Shredder's Demise. 2 generic and a black. Swift Demise does 1 damage to target creature. Then destroy each creature you don't control that was dealt damage this turn. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, that's chill. That's chill. That's Lulu, hey, super fast. Gotta catch them all. That's right. Bro, Tortoise, Hillbilly beat the Crim Asian Avenger. He played against the big streamer. Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Oh, that's fun looking through the cards. We started talking about it, so I'm like, we can just look through the cards for a minute.
Yeah, no. So overall, I would say, and guys, as a fan of Ninja Turtles, I would say that is very, it's very cool. Like I think that this set is well put together, and like I said, some of the other sets that came out, I don't know much about. Like when people ask me about Avatar, I don't know really anything about Avatar, but I thought some of the cards in the Avatar set were really, really good.
Yeah, he really got lucky with Avatar. He bought 1 Avatar pack, just 1, and opened a Badgermo Cub.
Yeah, see, that's value. Like honestly, you're spending like $5-6, and you're getting like this crazy, super expensive card. That's good value, especially if it was a hollow. Imagine if it was a hollow.
That would have been crazy. If it was
that'd be even better. But there are sets that that I think may have been spoiled that I'm not looking forward to. I don't know. Is it true that Star Trek is coming out? Because I'll be honest, I'm not.
Well, I can show you. We got it right here, unless I deleted it.
So I did the Lorwyn pre-release, and I was very, very excited for Lorwyn.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to go to the pre-release, but I was excited for Lorwyn because it's in universe. So this is the first roster. The universe is beyond unannounced is the Turtle set. Yeah. So this year we got superheroes, The Hobbit, and Star Trek coming out as universes beyond sets. We have Strixhaven and Reality Fracture coming out that are in the universe.
Reality Fracture is a part of Universes Beyond?
No. That's in universe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Lorwyn, Secrets to Strixhaven, and Reality Fracture are in universe.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So then those are probably the 3 pre-releases I would do because Secrets of Strixhaven. I know the first Strixhaven was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Secrets is coming out this April. Then coming October, Reality Fracture will come out. And I'm hoping Reality Fracture will be another pre-release I get to go to because it's in universe. I know it. Strixhaven I won't be able to. Because between March, April, and June, we're going to be doing the whole moving stuff.
Yeah. Well, August is looking cool. The Hobbit.
Yeah, the Hobbit's supposed to be big. Lord of the Rings is one of them. At the time when Lord of the Rings came out, it was the highest selling set of all time before Final Fantasy came out.
Yeah, I even like Lord of the Rings, and I was not a big fan of Lord of the Rings. Like I'd never seen any of the movies. I've seen maybe bits and pieces.
Yeah. And the set was great. They came out with great cards. And Star Trek somehow made it into the universes beyond.
Yeah, so I'm really like Lord of the Rings. I thought was great, but was never a fan of Star Trek. Never liked anything truthfully about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm surprised that they are doing Star Trek, but I will not knock it because you never know. There could be something crazy in that set.
Hey, you're talking to people who love that stuff. Hold on. No, but like Star Trek was our jam back in the day, TV series wise. What's up? Is this?
I mean, I know Star Wars has their own game, but like if they did like a Star Wars based thing in Magic, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, Star Wars would be cool. It would make more sense.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of the Star Wars movies. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think that it is cool though. I will give it credit.
Right. Yeah, my friend Ray was just showing me they pulled the special art Yumizama's Jitte. I'm like, I'm live. I'm like, yeah, I'm live. Tell him if he wants to hang, he can let us know. But yeah, Star Wars would be awesome to have in the Magic. It'd make more sense in Magic than Star Trek. Star Trek doesn't really play with Mystic and Magic, where
Yeah.
Star Wars kind of does with the Force.
Yeah.
You know, and you got all the equipment. You got the spaceships. We got the gun. Well, they won't do guns and they won't do real guns in Magic, but I think laser guns might fly by.
Yeah. Yeah. So, aside from that, it's, yeah, Magic has been just on my, it's been more on my to-do list. I really want to do more with it. I, enjoy the game very much so. And no matter, what, guys, no matter what set comes out, I'll still always like the game, because back when I got into the game, summer of 2010,
You're right.
it was when I'm trying to think, I'm blanking out on the set name, but it's pretty much like back when Core Set 11, I think, was out.
Oof. That's a hefty amount of years ago.
Yeah, so it was around that time when Core Set 11 was being played in Standard, drafted, and then in Standard.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of my favorite vampire creatures, formerly known as Bloodghast, was in the set, and that card was just, it was insane. How it just kept coming back, and then you get a little bit of its haste when an opponent has 10 or less life.
No, it wasn't Innistrad. It was oh, hey, Core, Rayman, what's up? Rayman, Core, chat about everything. Yeah, but all right. So Rise of Eldrazi and Zendikar was the blocks that Bloodghast came in that had landfall. Yeah, I remember that.
That's right. It actually was Zendikar.
Mm-hmm.
Zendikar was a really, really good set at that time.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably we power creep so much it seemed like a slow set nowadays, but back then it was banging.
Oh yeah, yeah. I believe, wasn't that I think the when one of the first Lilianas came out.
The time frame that's yeah. When Zendikar is when Gideon first arrived in Magic.
Yeah, well, Gideon is Great Planeswalker.
Gideon Jorah. Yeah.
Oh, that copy was really good back then. That was played for a while, even in Modern.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, making your opponents attack a Planeswalker, tapping him out was insane.
Yeah, and Liliana the Veil, when she came out, that card was just really good and she's still good. The fact that she was reprinted in the newer Dominaria.
Oh, you're talking about Liliana the Veil, yeah. Liliana the Veil. Ooh, I bought her when she was a hot ticket $100 card.
You know what? Yeah. See, I didn't get to buy a copy of her till like a handful of years later because of the price. She was up there with Jace the Mind Sculptor. Jace the Mind Sculptor sat at $150 for a long time. I didn't get one from the original set for a while. Same, Jace and Liliana. I mean, I remember when I even bought my first Thoughtseize. I had to wait till Thoughtseize was reprinted because the original copy was sitting up pretty high. And I have an original copy now. The original copy runs probably around $20 or so.
So two cards I got that were $100, no longer $100. They were gone to me for like birthdays and stuff, and the wife bought them for me. Was Liliana the Veil when she was $100. Now she's like a $9 card, and a Damnation Judge promo.
Nice.
That was $100, which is now like $20.
Yes, that's unfortunate because where do a lot of these cards, and that's where I have conflict with this. Where do a lot of these, like especially like these older cards, keep their value? But at the same time, I'm watching a little bit on the MTG market on different cards that were literally like 10 cents that are now up to $6, $7, $8, $10 because they are now they were like bulk rares from years ago that are now like modern playable because of combinations of other newer cards.
Right.
And they just spiked by like 300%.
Well, sometimes they do that because like one card makes it powerful or something.
Yeah.
Core says, throw Termagoyf in that pile of expensive cards that dropped. Yeah, that's right. It's like, no one plays them. Hey.
Yeah, you got to love the Goyf.
The Goyf. Oh, the Goyf. The Goyf. Oh, I love the Goyf.
I mean, if we're talking about Nether Goyf, that is very much playable in mono black.
Mm-hmm. All right, friends, it is the time of day where I need to go on a potty break, refill my coffee, and all the fun jazz. So we're going on a break pause scene where we go to the restroom, give it like 7 minutes, and we'll be back. If you need to use the restroom, it's a good time. I know you said you got to like 9:30, but man, I really need to go potty.
Yeah.
And so what I'll do is I'll loop this video right here, and I will play this one. And I'll be back in, go bathroom when it's going to take like 7 minutes or something. So, yeah.
Be right here.
All right. I'm back. Sad news is I'm out of coffee.
Yeah, that could be a catastrophe.
Yeah. Core. He's like, wash hands. That's right. Wash your hands. But yeah. It seems exciting. All the stuff coming out, and I hope the meta works out in your favor when you go into your tournaments, because coming in fourth sounds like it was pretty cool.
Yeah, so guys, just to give you a little bit of a rundown again, yeah, that is my the best I've placed so far. I mean, I'm looking to further it. Even go first place. All of my winnings that I've gotten from the one store I go to, like top eights. I have the pins behind me. Give you like a pin and a promo card, and I actually even also won a free giveaway on a Instagram page too, which was cool
Nice.
during the holiday season.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Winning's always fun.
Yeah, I entered one of their. I entered quite a few throughout, like for a year,
Mhm.
on this page, and I finally won. I got a message in my inbox saying congratulations on winning the free giveaway, and I'm like, wait, what did I win? And, I asked him, and he told me it's a place located somewhere. I don't know if it's Brooklyn or Bronx, New York. So, but yeah, no, it was legit. They even gave the what is it? They even gave the tracking number for USPS.
Nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
so it's called Decorated Knight. It's one of those split cards. It's a blue creature. It's really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's in my like special collection that I have with my top 8 pins and stuff like that. But I want to. I'm like in my mind. I'm like I want to go bigger though. Like I want to go more because like when you feel accomplished having those wins and you feel very grateful, but then you want to like further it because you then know what you're capable of doing.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not intimidated by like a lot of the decks that are out there. Like, you have like, in standard, you have a lot of in the meta format, you have like Izzet Lessons, Demir Midrange is a really great one. But one creature that I am concerned about, which makes like aggro and midrange very hard to deal with, would be Ouroborid.
Ouroborid is pretty powerful in the format.
That is one of the most beastly cards I've seen in standard.
Yeah, I've seen Hillbilly play against it. It goes crazy.
It's nuts. I mean, it's like you literally need control to stop it. And like, guys, if you don't, for everyone who doesn't know me, I'm very much a control player. Even if it is a little bit of mid range. Like I know a lot of standard meta control decks have gone mid range, and that's cool. Right. But in order to stop some of these decks, you need something like control to, even if you're playing like discard, like, you have to deal with Ouroborid early.
TCG dude. Hey, why don't you hop on, TCG dude?
TCG
you're
dude,
a modern player.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, you guys. Shout out to you, TCG dude. Hope you're doing well. I'm just, like I said, I took a while, you guys, from YouTube. I took off for a while, and I'm back into it a little bit. I have to get my video editor back. I need to pay for a subscription, so I'm in the middle of doing that. And yes, TCG dude, I agree to Ouroborid, that as we can agree, it is a huge problem. But here's the thing: what makes the standard meta so spicy right now is the fact that nothing on the Wizards banned list has been touched. Nothing. If you guys are familiar with, it's called Squeaking Squelcher, that goblin creature where like nothing could be countered, pay 2 life to, for ward. It's ward, like that card's insane.
Oh yeah.
That card is literally nuts. I thought that card would be on the ban list instantly.
Nope.
And it's not going to, I don't think it's going to be touched yet. Maybe eventually it will or could be. But, but back to Ouroborid, guys, you got to deal with Ouroborid early because if you don't, it can cause just a mess of problems.
Yeah, I wonder if Turtles are going to fix that issue.
Oh,
Like,
turtles are coming in to save the day.
right. Well, because there's good removal in the turtles, you know. Like that one card that deals one that well, Shredder's Revenge is not standard legal. Never mind. But there are cards that can remove it.
Really?
But like what do you have to do? Run nothing but removal, you know?
Yeah. So it's just but yeah, guys, deal with and if you're someone, because I've built a deck on Arena with Ouroboros in it, and sometimes I have to compensate because I don't have a full 4 copies of a card that I need.
Mm-hmm.
If you're compensating just to mess around and play, to get a feel of the deck, just play around with it. Knowing what 1 copy can do of Ouroboros, think about what 4 copies could do, and it's just again, it's like a never-ending spiral. Like you have to if you're dealing with 1 copy, then you have to deal with those other ones. You need to expect those other ones.
Right, it's true, especially in a 4-card format. Tortoise, guess what? What? What core? I'm binge watching Avatar on season 3 and loving it. Nice. Hey, if you love it, love it.
Gotta love the Avatar. Guys, unfortunately, I've never seen it, but you know what? I ain't knocking Avatar. It looks cool. Definitely, because guys, I crave MTG and I crave game, and I appreciate what they do in the game. It's no matter what they bring out. I'm somebody who's like, Magic the Gathering is my go-to. It is my stress reliever. It is my passion. And it's everything that I run to, even when I want to keep myself busy.
Of course, I've never seen it. Now I'm wanting the MTG Avatar set. Nice. TC's like, isn't Ouroboros like $50? Could be. I don't know.
I actually haven't really checked on Board's price, but if it's up there, a play set being $200, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the card itself is just so I can't get over how good it is.
Yeah, it's a $50 card. I'm looking at TCG player. Holy cow.
Yeah, so you know what it is? That card's going to hold value for a while, unless it gets banned, which who knows?
That's crazy.
And they're not going to restrict it, of course. If they're going to ban it, they're going to ban it. But I was thinking the Squeaking Squelcher, that because of how crazy mono red aggro is going to be with that card in it. I mean, blue won't be able to touch the deck at all.
TCG says, "Hell yeah, Magic is the glue that binds us nerds." That's right.
Yep, that is true.
Of course, like no, I'll lie. I finished watching season 2 of the Airbender set. He says I went and bought a play booster box. Nice. It's so good, and I love the character Uncle Iroh with the tea and mentoring words. Nice. To be honest with you, I only watched a couple episodes of that show a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was okay. I was during the time Naruto was a thing, and I really enjoyed watching Naruto. Even though I'm not a big anime fan, but I liked it. I watched it because it got me out of class.
But yeah, then guys, then there's the other parts of me, like where like I'm a big Reanimator fan. I love playing Reanimator, especially Legacy. And Legacy is a very expensive, as format. But I enjoy it because of how fast and efficient it is. And you got to love cards like Grizzlebrand and other cards. But they recently. Super fast. They recently banned, I believe it is Entomb.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think they banned Entomb.
Because of how quick it is.
Well, because like I used to play Legacy a long time ago, and Entomb, Dark Ritual, and Reanimate.
Yes.
Was the big old creature you entombed was like a problem.
Yeah, and ever since I think it was was it Phyrexia, when they introduced Atraxa to the formats, that card in combination with Grizzlebrand is insane.
That
I believe they banned it just because you can just pick any card to pitch to the graveyard, and then animate it back. But Otherworldly Gaze, I believe, could be maybe a replacement if you're pitching cards into your graveyard, and you can, I believe, flashback Otherworldly Gaze. It's a blue card. And I think that it's going to make the deck a little slower. Don't get me wrong; it's not going to be your traditional turn one, Dark Ritual, and then Entomb, Reanimate, and then just have like your Grizzlebrand or your Atraxa turn one. It's not going to be your traditional Reanimator deck. It's going to be a little slower, but
Yeah, TJ says Legacy is a cool format. Not much support here in my town though. Did pick up a proxy dual lands to build though. Thinking Delver or some Reanimator build. Yeah.
Yeah, so the dual lands in Legacy, you guys, I unfortunately don't own any copies, but I one day would like to, because they to me they're accessible, but maybe not as but they're not as tough as trying to put out money towards like a Black Lotus. As we know, Black Lotus is cream of the crop, in regards to value.
Right.
But if you're looking to get even a mildly played dual land, if we're talking Tundra, Underground Sea, Badlands, I love those cards. And because these cards are on, I believe they're on the reserve list. I know they are I would say for a fact, because they haven't and can't be reprinted. They're always going to hold value. I was just telling people recently this past year, if you offered me two things and I could only choose one, I would tell you what I would choose. Either one of what used to be my favorite cars, which is a Lamborghini or a Black Lotus, I would choose the Lotus, because the Lotus, for as long as it's on that list, it's only going to gain value.
Yeah, because I don't think they're going to ever abolish the reserve list.
No, and they shouldn't, because you know what? The game needs value. And I've said this like many times, like more sets like when Lord of the Rings came out, Kaladesh, the inventions. I own an invention Lotus Petal in my box over there.
Right.
And that card is still sitting just a little under $500. And eventually I would like to get it graded, but I don't trust the mail, so I'm not going to grade it.
Right.
No offense to the mail, but you know what? Things happen. Packages get stolen. Things get misplaced. That card is too valuable. Sitting at almost $500. That's my rarest card right now. I don't want anything happening to that. So
no doubt. Yeah, there was a couple of guys who worked for the post office. I don't know if it was here in my state or another state. But they got in trouble because they stole lots of Magic product that was in the mail.
Yeah, and see that's just like really just not professional.
No, it was dirty. That's what it was.
Yeah, so I mean, and I can't, because I don't, I couldn't even tell you what grade it would be if I were to even look at it, because I don't really know. But I would say that maybe it would be a decent grade. The border doesn't look off. That was a prize pack that I earned at a hobby store.
Right.
So
sorry. The most expensive card I've owned was an Invention Soul Ring. And we ended up having to sell that during the Dracho time.
Yeah.
It was worth like $500 at the time. Now it's worth like $805.
Oh wow.
I just looked it up. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I pulled that out of pre-release.
Yeah, and shout out to TCG dude. Yes, keep the reserve list.
There's some people who rather burn the reserve list. They're like, we don't need it. But like, look, power creep is like sure, the power 9 cards are on the reserve list, and there are a couple powerful cards on the reserve list. But when you look at the list, a lot of the cards on there are just jank anyways. It's things that wouldn't even reprint today. Yeah. So keeping on the reserve list is one thing. Like I have a reserve list card that's worth 50 cents, maybe $1. Like not every card on the reserve list is valuable, but there are cards that are valuable.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen even on eBay, like I've seen some uncommon cards that are graded that are like $20.
Right.
Really cool. It's like you'd never think that you'd ever pay $20 for an uncommon.
Right. Because
so it kind of makes it hard to believe that there's like uncommons out there that are that high.
Oh yeah, well, some commons are powerful, Path to Exile and Swords of Plowshares. Even though some are cheap, their value is more than the reprints that they've had. It just keeps
In
turning
which I
out.
have both copies. Yeah.
That's crazy because it's like Lightning Greaves has seen a good amount of reprints and still like $6-8. And the one thing that Secret Lair is doing good, the Secret Lair is like pretty much a no reprint zone. Like they haven't officially said that. So when you get like a Secret Lair Lightning Greaves, that version will hold value over other versions.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And I think it's awesome. Like the Wizards really trying to keep a balance between collectability and affordability for all the players, because there's definitely collectors, there's definitely players, and they're trying to make each one happy.
Yeah, see, I'm big into playing, but I'm also a collector too. Like if I were able to get my, and I have, example, the Lotus Petal Invention, going back to that, that was pulled in a prize pack that was given to me in the prize pool. It was an extra pack and that I was awarded. And, I'm just sitting there, not thinking of anything, not, just, open the pack. And then all of a sudden, one of the employees who I'm friendly with, he was watching me out with the pack. He's like, dude, you just pulled a Lotus Invention. And I'm like, is it money? He's like, yeah, that's worth money. And I'm like, all right, cool. So then I looked it up and I realized what it's at. And I'm like, whoa. I was like, that is my most expensive card.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like if my problem is, if my shop, the shop I was at, if they sold singles, when I pulled that Soul Ring, I would probably sold it. But they didn't. And then I told the wife that I pulled it. She's like, "That's mine." I was like, yeah, you can have it. I gave it to her, and we ended up having to sell it. Because like when the derecho hit, we needed some money to get up. Because the derecho, if you don't know, if it's out there, if you don't know, derecho is an on land hurricane. And it shut our power off for the week in our area. So we had to constantly buy water. We had to constantly buy food because without power, we didn't have a basic grill at the time.
Yeah.
So we had to sell it for like $300 to help with the finances at the time to just stay afloat. I mean, it was such a horrible time because this happened around in the same year that COVID happened, and around the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was a horrible experience because the wife was working at a daycare at the time. When the daycare had no power, you had to wear the masks.
Yep.
And it was over 90 degrees outside, and inside it got hotter. So they had to constantly move kids around. We had to constantly stay outside just to keep cool. It was tough.
Yeah. Well, I remember I was a certified personal trainer then during the pandemic, and it was tough, losing that, because I still take it to heart, every now and then. And, I'll tell you what, Magic the Gathering has kept me in a good place because I've met so many, I have to be honest, out of all, because I've entertained quite a few hobbies. One of my other hobbies that you guys may not know is billiards or play pool. And this past year, I met some really great people for the first time, because before 2025, but throughout my years of playing Magic, I've met some characters, let's say, but I've never met anyone that was really bad. Like I remember being in the middle of an RCQ, a Pioneer RCQ once, and in the middle of the tournament, I was playing this one kid. He was a young teenager. I don't know if he did DoorDash or Uber Eats. He Ubered some food to the place that we're playing at, and in the middle of the tournament, got up and decided to go get his food. And I'm like this. I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I've never so I sat there for maybe about a minute or a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes waiting for him. And I'm just like, I've never dealt with that before. Like, it was kind of threw me off a little bit, because I was kind of dumbfounded and taken back that we were in the middle of a tournament and, somebody was picking up food, like in the middle of, they're like, there are no really like timeouts, you know, when you're in a tournament like that.
Right.
I don't get to declare a timeout to go to the bathroom or to go get my food, or because I forgot my wallet in my car. No, like, you know.
That's crazy. Like I'd have been like, Judge, I have no opponent.
Because he was because he was a kid, I didn't want to like be like that. Like, I didn't want to be that guy. So I kind of like let it slide. I did let it slide, and you know, it was just, I also was having a rough morning too. I mean, I wasn't winning, and look, guys, when we don't win, you know, especially like us guys, you know, we take it like, you know, some of us take it a certain way. Because if you know you're good, and you know that you have the ability to succeed and extend yourself higher than what you can, and you're sitting there losing, like, it makes you think like, well, what am I doing wrong?
Right. It's our time. That's right, teacher Jude. Laughing. No, but all right. It's about 8:30. We got to get off of here and chill out. I don't think I have your link in the command yet. I have to check, but I can get that fixed for later. But yeah, if you haven't checked out Drug Games, check him out on the YouTube channel. He has content there. He'll probably be a minute before he gets some content made, as he explained earlier. But hey, you might see him on this channel more. Varying how things, I don't know how things go. I hope you enjoyed your time here.
Yes, no, thank you for having me back. You know, yeah, we can sneak in, you know, once every now and then, you know, depending on my schedule, I will be in touch with you guys. But yeah, like, you know, once a week, once every other week, whatever we can do. Because I miss you guys, especially Super Fast Tortoise, MTG Billy, all you guys commenting. You guys know how it is.
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to thank you guys for liking the video, subscribing, sharing the video, everything you do. But I want to remind you, the guys out there in the world, everybody out there, I want to remind you that you love something, think about you, and if you can, say it or do something positive for someone else today, because you might be the change or motivation they need to pick up and go. With that, let's get out of here.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and friends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee.